My first question to you is, what does responsible conduct mean to you?
Yeah, I agree that responsible conduct can be interpreted in so many ways. But in short form, it means everyone is able to be themselves. It means creating that safe and brave space. And the difference being that in a brave space, the person who is stepping in is able to not cover themselves, but to show up. And also, it means providing that freedom of ideas to be free falling. We all have creative minds, and we all come to the council table with different ideas. But if one person shows up and they have to hold back from any thought just because they fear what everyone is going to say, then that space is not a safe space or a brave space.
I think just showing up, being open, when we're working as a council team, trying to make sure, as you just did, that everybody has space to say what they're going to say, and then trying to hold each of us accountable to saying what you have to say and not running roughshod over others, and trying to find a way that everyone gets to contribute, all ideas are heard, and that by the end of the meeting, everyone's feeling at least they contributed to the best of their ability and they got, what they view as really important on the table. And then we had this discussion not that long ago, remembering once the decision is made, we all own the decision and we take that forward.
Responsible conduct is being responsible and thoughtful for my own words and actions, but making sure that the group understands that they're responsible for the quality of the decision, the quality of the debate. And that's really important to me as mayor and someone who chairs a lot of the meetings, is that it's not just my responsibility at the table to make sure the conversation is robust, that everyone has a say, that people are listening. It's everyone at the table's responsibility. And, that's part of good governance. That's part of respect and understanding that, yes, I was elected to the table, but so were these 6 other people. The citizens of my community want to hear what they have to say on these issues. And so it's about making the space, as Trish says and as Gladys says, to make sure those different voices can be heard and that we're listening. So, and I don't think that good governance or the idea of responsible conduct stops at the council table. I think it's when we're in social media. I think it's when we're out in community at open houses, or just when someone stops you at a coffee shop and wants to talk to you. I think you have to always have that sense of responsible conduct in mind.
You do want to enter the forum with this idea of being hard on ideas. That's why we are elected, but soft on people. And that sometimes those lines can blur, and that's especially in our roles. I think it's important to always maintain that we don't blur those lines because we're a microcosm of the community, but also can set an example for how our community goes about conducting its business, the type of spaces that we are creating. Because if we have counselors or directors that don't feel comfortable in those spaces, then how can we ask the community to come and be comfortable in that space or express themselves and hear from them and in ways that are respectful to council, to the community as a whole, and ultimately to the staffing body as well.
And I actually think responsible conduct starts during the campaign, and how you conduct yourself during the campaign says a lot about who you are and how you see leadership. And so to me personally, it is reaching out when you're at all candidates debates and out there in the community to understand the other candidates as people, who they are, what is their work? Do they have family? What is their background? And trying to humanize, people before you just see them through their political lens. And I think that's really important because the community gets to decide who your team is for 4 years. You don't.
Thank you so much for contributing to this rich conversation. So if you have seen this video and you want to learn more about responsible conduct and running for elected office, please visit the links below.